Hey guys, so I thought I would film another tutorial because yesterday my video was going in and out. I'm assuming it's my internet, so we are on It's Going to Be Good, and we are going to show you in full bloom how to do this eyeshadow again so you can all get the hang of it. So first off, we're going to start with MAC Paint Pot. This is what I use. I use it in soft ochre. The reason why I use one of these, or if you have done your foundation and concealer first, you can use your concealer at the same time. You don't have to go out and buy this special. You can use your concealer, but I do it because you guys have discoloration on your eyes, and this helps to keep your eyeshadow on, because we all know that a lot of us have creasing in our eyes, and that is not good. We want our eyeshadow to stay and look seamless and smooth. This is one of the ways that you can do that. Also, you have discoloration on your eyes, red, veins, you know, all of that stuff. And this just helps you to give you a flat foundation. So see, it's really white. So it's sticky. See, it sticks. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna set it. You're going to set it with any eyeshadow that is white, cream, whatever you want to use. So today I'm just going to use the Anastasia of Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. It's super dirty, so just ignore the dirtiness. And all I went in with the color Tempera. And I just went in and got it. And I'm just doing a little bit of this just to set it. It's like anything else. If you don't set your foundation, nothing goes on nicely. It sticks. So it's just going to set it and smooth the canvas. So everything will go on smoothly and nicely. Okay. So today I'm going to use a mixture of Morphe and Sephora brushes. I'm super digging the Sephora brushes. They're actually really cheap. You can buy a pack of them and they're kind of nice. But I do like Morphe brushes because you can get them for a pretty cheap price. They're like $6 a piece, or you can buy a pack of them. And they have a lot of the good brushes that you need in them for these eyeshadow makeup looks. The problem with people, the reason why they can't achieve the eyeshadow look is because they're using brushes kind of like this or like this for a lot of their looks, and you can't achieve the look that you're going to achieve if you don't have the right brushes. You can also get on Amazon, and I found like a whole big pack of brushes that were actually really good. If I can figure out how to link stuff, I'm going to link them. So first off, I'm just going to start with a Sephora brush. This is Jaclyn Hill's brush, but it just kind of gives you an idea of what it's going to look like. So it's kind of fluffy. So first off, we're going to start with this color. I'm just going to clean this off. Orange soda, right? So the reason why I love Anastasia's palettes is because they are super pigmented, so you barely tap in. And you're going to start with this color. This is your transition shade, as they call it, right? So you're just going to start by going above your crease. Super easy to find your crease. Open your eyeballs, it's right here, as you can see on mine. So I'm just going barely above the crease. And windshield wiper motions. Hold at the end of your brush nice and light. It needs to be nice and light. That's the biggest tip I can give you, is always hold your brushes at the end. The lighter you want your touch, the farther away you will hold it from the tip of it. Does that make sense? I hope so. So just going in, doing the same thing, windshield wiper motions. Dabbing again, a little bit at a time. Don't go all haywire. Okay, so we have our first color on. Super easy, you guys. Now what you're going to do is you're going to change brushes. So I'm going to actually head to the Sephora one, and I really love it. See how fluffy this is? But you need another fluffy brush. If you don't have one, this is like what you need to be getting. So your next one is going to be burnt orange that you're going to go into. I'm gonna tap into that one. Tap it off as you guys can hear me. Now I'm just taking and I'm just going into the crease, just barely below where I just did. All this is doing is deepening it up. Now when you do your eyeshadows, you guys, always start at the outside working in. The reason being is it will keep it lighter on the inside, because if you start right here, see the heaviness that comes out. See all that darkness in the pigment right here? That will be right here, and that is not where you want the pigment. Unless you're going for kind of a grungy look, and some of those I'll show you. But we're not going for grungy today. We're just going for nice soft glam. Now, people ask, like, this is a neutral palette, very neutral. Really, anybody can wear this. I know a lot of people go for the Urban Decay naked palettes and stuff. I am not a fan. I actually just threw a whole palette away. I don't like them at all. I don't like the colors. I think the colors are not very great. So this one is like a go-to for me, because the pigments last forever, and this is like one of the best neutral palettes that you can get. Again, windshield wiper movements. I kind of go outside. I kind of take it like up like this. Do you see how I'm doing that? Yeah. And then go to the inside and back out. Let's see. We have a dog barking outside, and Michael, my husband, is doing something with his tractor and trailer, so you can hear all that. Okay, next. Next, we're going to go in with another brush. I'm just going to use a Morphe brush because I feel like they're going to be your easiest ones to get at Ulta. Okay? This is your Morphe M573, right? So another fluffy brush. This is left over from yesterday's mishap. Like, I was so sad. I'm going in with the color Sienna next, okay? This is scary looking, right? It's not scary. So what you're gonna do with this color is you're literally, like, all you're gonna do is barely, like, tap it, right? Hit it off because it is so dark and so pigmented. Light hand, you guys, light hand, right? So outside eye first, and swirl, swirl, swirl till you almost have all of it off, and then barely take it back in. And you're in your crease now, okay? So you're still in your crease. You're just re-deepening, doing a little bit more deepening. That's all this is all you do is just deepen, deepen, deepen. Everybody makes things way too hard. It is not hard. But I'm going to hopefully help you guys, and if you need any more tips and tricks and you still don't understand, like, please let me know, okay? Because I'm here to help. Because that's the issue that I find, is I find that, like, I get on YouTube and it's really quick, and they're really good at makeup, which I'm good at makeup and I can follow along, but I feel like the average Joe Schmo cannot follow along. It's hard, right? They go from one to the next, and I'm like, well, what the hell? Yeah. So, just doing it again. But I love their tutorials. This is kind of why I'm started in it. So if you guys feel like it's too dark, right? You're like, oh, I'm so scared, it's too dark. This is all you do. You go back in with your very first color that you ever did, right? With the brush that you use. Don't be going over the top of it with the brush you just used, because that will just mess everything up. And you just go over the top of it. It's really interesting. It looks so different in this camera than it does in, like, my mirror. It looks way dark and, like, I don't know how to explain it, but. So I'm just kind of blending, taking it nicely, blending everything, okay? So to me, it looks like in this camera right here, interestingly enough, it does not look like this in my mirror, but it does in the camera, so I'm just gonna fix this part right here. So I didn't put any more product on the brush that I just barely last used. All I'm doing is going over the top of it. Oh crap, you know what else I forgot to do? Okay, so if you already have your foundation on, a lot of the time you get fallout. So what I do is I just take and I bake with Peach Perfect. I really, really love this one. I have tried all kinds of loose powders, and this is my favorite. Why? Because it is not drying on the eyes. It doesn't go cakey, and it's a really nice light color. So what I do is I just take and I tap it underneath the eye. So if I get any fallout, meaning your eyeshadow, have you guys ever seen that? You put your eyeshadow on and you see like dribbles of it down your eyes, you know, like little pieces and flecks and stuff. This will help it. So if it does do that, all you do at the end of it is we're just going to wipe it right off. You guys. It smells so good. It smells like peaches. It's just yummy and warm and I love it. Okay, so you can end here. I would show you what we do right here, but I'm not ending there because it is the weekend, ladies. And the weekend means fun, party time, going out with your friends, going out with boyfriends, husbands, wives, whatever, you know. There are all kinds. So we're going to darken it up. And we're going to darken it up with a Real Techniques brush. Now, the reason why I love these brushes, do you see how that's angled? That's why I love them, because they go right into the areas that you need them to go into. So the next one I'm going to deepen it up with is Mulberry over here. And literally one light tap in there. And I already have color on there. Do you see that? Okay. So we're just going to go in right here in the crease. And we're going to like basically draw a little triangle. You're going to take your hand and draw your triangle. Now, I rest my hand on, if you guys can see this, I'm resting my pinky on my face. That's how you get precision. Like, seriously, you can't just go willy-nilly and holding your brush and like this, because then you won't get your precision, right? So this, do you see? It's just barely darkening it up, and I'm just kind of smoothing it in. But you see that nice triangle it just made? Like, so it's going to give you like that. Your eye's going to go up, right? Same thing, same side. I actually took it and I put it right on the tip, right here. Close my eyeball. So here's my issue, you guys. I have a blind eye, which is this one. So I have to be really, like, it's going to be a little stressful trying to film and be able to see what I'm doing. I got like a super magnified mirror in front of me, so that helps, but I still hardly can see. I can see color and I can see a little bit, but it is for the most part almost like blind. I'm probably 80% blind in that eye. So yeah, that's fun, right? That's fun. So sometimes what I do is I take, and I like mine to be in a triangle, right? Like I like it to, some people like it to stay blended like this. I like it to be pretty fancy. So I just take my Q-tip and I just go up it like this. Did you guys see how easy that was? Right? And I have so much powder on that it won't mess up my makeup actually. I just lick a Q-tip real quick and just go up it like that. So then, do you see that? It's going like pretty awesome, right? Super little easy trip. So, okay, you can leave it here again, but I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to go back into Mulberry again, one more time, right in the tip. I just did the tip of it. See that? Okay. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to go underneath my eyes just to deepen and darken my eyes. Now, if I was doing a day look, I probably wouldn't do this, right? But it's Saturday, and I'm hoping to have this uploaded again so you guys can follow it again. And yes, I opened my mouth because it really does help, I promise, to get it all perfect underneath there. Now, some of the girls like go pretty crazy and they put like 15 different colors on there, and I'm not going to do that to you because I think that's a little hard. I'm just going to clean out the insides of my eyes, all the gunk. If it's like, if any buildup has come, sometimes my eyes gather, so I just kind of clean it up. Now I'm going to take my tip again, and I'm just going to go back in right here and blend it all nicely up, right? This is such a good smudging brush. I freaking love it. I can't remember if I got it at Ulta or I got it at TJ Maxx again, but Real Techniques Morphe brushes. Pretty dang good brushes. And Sephora brushes. I'm super impressed by their brushes. I gotta be honest. Okay, so next I'm gonna take a Sephora brush again. Do you guys see? This is flat. Flatter than flat, right? So I'm gonna take and I'm gonna spray it. Fix Plus. Okay. Gonna wet my brush. One shot, another shot, right? This helps in the fallout of the glitter colors. They are not glitter. I don't know what to call them. Shiny, whatever you want to call them, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the color Glistening and Fairy together. So I'm just going to tap it because it's wet, right? Tap it. See the color that goes on this? You guys, it is so yummy and pretty and just soft and not sparkly because I don't do a lot of sparkles on my eyes, but however, I have bought a palette I'm super excited to use for some of my other young little peeps because it has super sparkly stuff. This is not sparkly, as you can see, it's shiny. Pretty. I'm just going to go back in right here, pat it on. Pat. You have to be super careful with their colors, these colors, because I was talking to my good friend the other day, and she's like, she bought one of these palettes, and I have all of them, and she's like, my glitters, my shiny ones are all crumbled. And I said, yeah, me too. So I figured out I was doing it all wrong. I was just digging in there, and I was actually like patting it like I do my other colors. All wrong with this. You have to be so gentle. Like I just take the flat of my brush and I just pat it in there and it picks up the color. And it especially picks up the color because it's wet, right? So I want it to be wet so it will stick too. That's the way you get it to stick. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take it and just blend it, right? So I'm going to go back in with my Sephora brush and I'm just going to take and I'm going to actually go back into Burnt Orange right here, right? Just a little pat pat. And I'm just going to go over it just a little bit just to blend it. So it's not a harsh line, right? And you can leave it as a harsh line too. Nobody really cares, let's be honest. I kind of got over onto my cool little colors. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go back in, I think I'll go back in just to Sienna. So just a little tap. I'm just going to swirl it really ever so lightly. Other side. Baby tap. I love their colors. They are so nice and creamy and pigmented. And everybody's like, I can't get it from streaking. I can't get it to blend. And if you have the right brushes, meaning these fluffy brushes, and they are clean, you guys will have no troubles whatsoever, I promise. So I'm going to go back into Orange Soda because I feel like I have too much white space up here, and I'm just going to go up a little bit higher with it, okay? Now, what else you can do, too, to like make it just that much more fun and pop, is you can take your flat brush again, right? You can go back in and you can tap it into your little glistening. Just going to take right above your brow, right here, and just go with it. The nice thing about this is it's flat, so it will go so nicely up here. Do you see that? And yes, you can rub it a little bit. It's not going to kill anybody. I'm just going to do the same up here. A little bit of glow. Love it. Okay, next I'm going to like start you in on everybody's arch nemesis. First, I'm going to curl my eyelashes. Today, I'm using Urban Decay Perversion, their mascara. Mascaras are not all created equally. Even though I put fake eyelashes on, I do not want any of my mascara ever to flake, okay? Now, if you guys notice, I still haven't wiped off my white stuff underneath my eyes. I'm going to wipe it off next. Here's the thing with putting it on that long. They call it baking. And what baking does is it sets your concealer. Because sometimes, especially if you have super oily skin, you'll notice that your colors, what am I trying to say? I'm going to reach behind here for one of my brushes. Your colors, like your foundation, will blotch, your concealer will crease, and this bakes it in to the point where you will never, ever have creasing of concealer if you bake it, okay? Or even if you just set it, and set it with this, set it with it, whatever setting powder you love. I just love that one, so that's what I use. So I just did my eyelashes, right? Put my little mascara on. Now, to hide my lash band, I'm going to use Benefit Roller Liner. I really like this. It's their liquid liner, okay? So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go right along the lash line, like literally right here. And that helps to hide the lash band, especially if you're new at this and you can't feel like you can get it right on, right? The lash line, which I can, but I have been doing them for like 25 years almost, actually. So I'm pretty stellar at this, I gotta be honest. I'll tell you the little story behind it too. I forgot to put my jewels on. I feel a little bit naked without anything on. I just got a little bit in the corner, so all I'm gonna do is just take my little thing and do that. So while that's all drying, I'm just gonna take a tippy brush. So this is a MAC one. I know that Morphe, yep, it does, it has one. One of Jaclyn Hill's. I hate her brushes though. So get the black Morphe brushes like this, okay? Not the white ones, because they are Jaclyn Hill's. And I don't love her brushes. They're rough. So I'm just going to take my MAC. Well, this is drying, and I'm going to go in. And I think I'm going to go in with Fairy, right? So I'm going to take this pointed brush, and I'm just going to go in right into my corner. Give myself a little bit of shine in the corner. Yay. It's cute. Oh, the sun's starting to come out finally. It was a little bit cloudy outside today. I was kind of loving the cloud. I love cloudy days. I love rainy days. I'm one of those weirdos. People think I'm really weird. I feel like I'm not really weird. Okay. Here we go. This is going to be the fun part, you guys. I'm super excited to teach you because I think too many people want to try fake eyelashes and can't, and they have epic fails, and then they're all upset because they try it one time and it doesn't work. And sometimes even with me, it takes quite a few times. So don't panic. So what I'm going to go in with is the Ardell Wispies 113s. They are long. However, you do not have to get that long of eyelashes. There are so many eyelashes at Sally Beauty. It's unbelievable. I started out with Demi Wispies, and I don't know what number they are, but I liked them. They were shorter, they were nicer, so if you don't want to go all long today, or any day, you want to start off slow, just start off slow, go into Sally Beauty, go on their wall of eyelashes, but always pick up Ardell, because Ardell is seriously the best brand that I have found. Besides my other expensive ones, but you don't need to go into that. So now all I did was I took my very favorite brand of glue, Cardani, okay? Amazon. The reason why I love it is because my eyeballs water. They water like crazy, you guys. So I have to have something that's going to be sticky enough to hold them on, so when they water, I don't have issues. Now, some people use tweezers to put them on. I just use my fingernails. I have a lot nicer bobby pin here. What I do, I'm going to tell you my trick. Bobby pin, okay? Whoop. Take the end off of it, right? Can you guys see that? The end is off of it. That's a little bit blurry. Anyway, you're going to take your eyelash. You're just going to set it. Hang on. I got a little fluffy on it. You're just going to set it right on top of your eyelashes, okay? Legit, right on top. kind of put it into place with your tweezers, your fingers, whatever you need to do. Okay, so they're on, right? So the bobby pin, what it does is it helps set them into place, right? So this is how I get everything so close to the lash line. Is I just go in with my bobby pin, and then I go and push my eyelashes up. So it's pushing my own eyelashes into the fake eyelashes. And the nice thing about having the flat edge, did you guys see how close I got? Right here. And just pushed them right. See, it's sticky. See, I have issues. It just happened. So all I'm going to do is take just a little bit onto my bobby pin. This stuff is really sticky, so the bottles never stay nice looking. So the bottle looks super gross, but they're really, it's just because it's so flipping sticky. So I'm just taking my bobby pin and I'm just setting it there and I'm not touching it. Okay? Super easy, right? It's easier for me, and I'll tell you why it's easier for me. Since I've been doing it for 20 years, and I'm going to tell you the little funny story behind it because it's so funny. Not really. I was in New York City, and I was there dancing. And I always sit on the floor in the hotel rooms against the wall. No. Yeah, I sit on the floor wherever the mirror is, I sit on the floor because of my blind eye. I cannot stand. The vanity is too far away for me to see anything, so I actually have to sit right in front of a mirror. So I'm sitting there in front of the mirror. The door swings open. I'm curling my eyelashes, and one of the dancers walks in, and I'm curling my eyelashes. He hits my arm. I flipping yank a whole load of eyelashes out of my eyes. So the rest of the time in New York City, I am walking around looking like a goober, right? So, hang on, I'm just going to go in and push it with my fingernail. Okay, so let it dry for like, you guys are watching me, right? 10 seconds maybe. So I'm just going to go back in. I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. So he rips out my eyelashes, right? I go around New York City, no eyelashes, no eyelashes. This is back in 1995, you guys, and they had eyelashes. That just aged me, but that's okay because I'm old and I'm okay with it. So, yeah, that's why I got into eyelashes, because right after that, right after we got back from New York City, I started beauty school. And you can't really go to beauty school with like a whole load of eyelashes gone. And back in 1995, as all of you know, there was no Latisse or Babe Lash or Rodan and Fields to grow my eyelashes. So, yeah, I had to learn real quick how to put on fake eyelashes. So I started just like you guys, right? Okay, do you guys see how easy that is? Be super careful with your bobby pin, because you can hit your eyeballs, and I've done that before too. So that's never good, right? So we can top this off with, we're going to do, I have been loving ColourPop. I'm going to do their cream gel liner, right, in the color Get Paid. So it's a little bit gold, right? So I'm just going to take it and put it right in my waterline. Right here. And then I'm actually going to take and put some mascara on after I do this on my bottom lashes. The reason why I wait till the very end to do my mascara on the bottom lashes, because when you're curling your own eyelashes, when you're putting on fake eyelashes, sometimes, I got a little bit of this in my eyeball, sometimes you will pull up your bottom lashes. So this way I can make sure they're all down, and I just take a bobby pin again and just pull all my bottom lashes out of, in case they have stuck to my fake eyelashes, right? Now, you guys don't have to use fake eyelashes. It's just fun. It's a little bit more dramatic, and I wanted to show people because my clients always comment, like, they've tried it, they can't get it, it's too hard, yada, yada, whatever. So that's why I'm here, to help you guys, right? So this mascara is a little old, and it's a little bit clumpy. Not super happy with it. So make sure you don't use really old mascara. I'm actually going to pull out my new mascaras. And we'll see how well we like those. A lot of these I get in my Ipsy box, you guys. Ipsy is the shiz niz. Now, don't go skimpy if you're going to do Ipsy. I should link my link before. See, I need to figure out how to link stuff because you guys could go right on to my link and order Ipsy boxes. You can customize them to whatever you want. Like, it's pretty sweet, and it comes every month. They charge your card, of course, at the first of the month, but they can't seem to ship out till like the 16th of the month, which kind of blows, but I mean, whatever. I like their boxes just because I like to try a bunch of new stuff. And for $25, I'm going to get on, and I'm going to show you the reveal when I get them. But for $25, you get 4 full-size things, and 90% of the time, they are like $250 worth of product for $25. So get the Glam Plus bag, and I'm really going to try and link that below. Doesn't that sound good, right? So then you guys can try a whole bunch of stuff. It's pretty epic. So there is my look. Super neutral. Don't have to go very far. Again, if you don't want to do this gold color, you don't have to even do that. Put in the tempera color, right? Just go in with tempera. That's okay too. Or go in and fill it in with this orange soda, okay? You don't have to do this. It's just super pretty. Get lots of compliments on it. I'm excited to start this with you. I'm super happy. I hope you tuned in. Tell your friends. Send people my way. Always remember, my tutorials are always here to enhance your beauty. If you don't like what you see or hear, don't be ugly about it. Just move on. I won't be offended. Thanks again for joining, and I hope you guys have a great Saturday.